Hey everyone, I'm Rosie and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to attempt to make a very small, very teeny tiny collage. And let me show you the books that are inspiring me. So I found these three, I guess they're sort of like quick history books on different regions in the US. But what I liked about these is in the middle, they have these group of, I think they're calling these stamps, but they are sort of just like little squares of points of interest or landmarks in the states. And I think you're supposed to, as you flip through the book, they have little sections of where you're supposed to cut out that corresponding picture and put it next to it, maybe like as you're traveling or just as you're learning about them. So it's kind of an interesting concept for a book, but I really just loved these tiny little images that come in the book, and I just thought they'd be fun to make some little tiny collages with. And I've actually had these books for like months, maybe even a year. Like I've had these books for a really long time, and I haven't wanted to use them until today, but I'm kind of in the mood to make something really teeny tiny. So I'm gonna flip through these three that I have, and we'll pull out the stamps that I think are the most fun, that have the most potential, and we will take it from there. Okay, let's take a little tour of the ones I really liked and maybe some ideas for them. So this first one I think is a cheese shop, and this guy's like pulling cheese off a shelf. And I liked the idea of maybe putting other things on the shelf that he could be grabbing. And with all of these, I want to keep this white border and do what the collage like in the white border. Same with when I did those postcards. I just think that that will really tie it all together and make them feel really cool. Then there's this second guy who is like rock climbing or rappelling down this mountain. I feel like we can replace this like cliff right here with almost anything and it will be funny and cool. Like imagine him like climbing a fish or like I don't know. That's I just feel like we could put almost anything there and that would transform this to something cool. The next one is the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And when I saw this, I immediately thought like we have to put a slow animal, like a turtle coming out from underneath the like sign here. Perfect. That would be incredible. So hopefully we can make that happen. This next one is maybe just too beautiful to do anything with. These ladies picking daffodils. And man, this image is just so beautiful, and so it makes me maybe not want to do anything with it. But if we were to do something, we could cut out maybe the rows, like the little aisles of this thing, and my first thought was like put an ocean back there and then some sort of tentacle, like an octopus tentacle or like a squid or something reaching up from the ocean. That's kind of would be maybe a cool thing to do with this, but I actually just think that this is a really cool image, so I might not want to fix it at all because I just think it's really beautiful. The next one is downtown Chicago, and what I loved about this one is, well, one, it's kind of just like a faded, vintage looking photo. Well, these all are, but I thought the river running through the city was really a great opportunity to do something. A similar idea to the ladies I just said, like if you put an octopus tentacle coming up or some sort of like sea creature, that could be fun. Or something that's like wrapping around through like a snake or something. I'm not exactly sure, but I feel like there's a lot of potential to do something cool here. Or you could remove the sky maybe and do something there. I really just like the composition of that. The last one is Laguna Beach. And I just kind of really like the front part of this image, and I'm thinking we could cut out the back with the houses and again, keep this border in and put something else back there like, well, I think like a galaxy would be, I think that would instantly make this cool, but maybe that's a little bit of the easy answer to do with this. But I feel like there's some cool opportunities there too. So I don't know where we should start, but I'm going to start flipping through some other books to try to find some things, maybe get inspired in a different way, and we will check back when I have some more other elements. I'm halfway through my hunt, so let's do a little check-in. The first thing I have is this little turtle. I think it's a slider turtle, and I think that he's gonna fit perfectly right under the Motor Speedway sign. And so, we won't know until we cut that out, but that's that. And then this climber guy, I thought it would be kind of fun if he was climbing up a seashell. I kind of just like the scale of that because we all know how big seashells are. They're teeny tiny, so he'll look tiny. So I kind of like that idea. So I have 2 different seashells that might work for that. And then, so those are what I have collected so far. But for Chicago, I was just remembering that I have this book that I've always wanted to use. It's basically all about knots. So it's basically like has all these ropes and knots and nautical things, and I kind of liked the idea of maybe if we can find some string or some sort of knot to like wrap through the buildings or like through the bridges or something. I think it's gonna be really hard to find something that works specifically for this image, but I do want to try to look through this book because, again, I haven't used it for anything, and I really love all these like black and white illustrations, and it's just a really cool book. So I want to flip through this and see if we can find anything to put in downtown Chicago. So. Okay, let's just talk about what I pulled out of the knot book. So for whatever reason, there was a picture of a cat, but we'll talk about that in a second. So I found this ball of twine like wrapping around this pole, and I don't know if this is gonna work, but I want it to work so bad. If we could get it so the ball of yarn was like sitting over here, and then this piece goes and like wraps around this building or something. Or maybe we can flip it like this, and so the ball of yarn like is over here, and then it wraps around this bridge or something. I don't know. We're not going to know until we like fully cut it out, but I think that this might work, and I can't believe I found that. And then also this cat, what if we can get the ball of yarn to work, if we could fit the cat in somewhere? He's kind of big. He's like almost as big as the postcard, but that might be an added bonus if we can get him in, because it's like the cat was batting around the ball of yarn. That's maybe we can add that. But anyway, that's really exciting. But again, we're not going to know if that's actually going to work until we get everything cut out. So here are the 3. So I think we chatted about everything. And I think now we should start cutting stuff out and see if these are going to work, because if not, I can move on to one of the other postcards. But I have a feeling that at least one of these is going to work. And I first want to start with the turtle, and I'm also going to bring you guys in a lot closer so you can see everything. At this point, I was loving how the string was looking sort of wrapping around these buildings. And I tried to fit the cat in, but the cat was just too big and he didn't really kind of fit anywhere. So I tried but couldn't make that work. And I think it's fine without him. So this I actually think is a really fun idea. What I love about it is something I do all the time, which is scale. Like the people on the beach are super tiny and the beekeeper is huge. And I love playing with scale like that. And I think we need to trim up the sides a little bit to see, because to get this to work perfectly, we have to put the picture a little bit at an angle. So it's sort of hard to see exactly what the frame is doing. So let's trim this up and then I think we'll be able to tell what's happening. So here he is all trimmed up. I kind of love this idea. I mean, I think it's pretty clear that he's a beekeeper because of his suit. And I just love the idea that he's trying to like pick up the beach as like the beach was the habitat. Oh man, that's really cool. I did really like actually this background. I'll just pop it in here because I just want to talk about it for a second. I did really like this, mostly because I love the like that it kind of looks like a sun. Like it's very bright, it's very yellow, and that's sort of something you associate with the beach. But I think that's pretty, but I think that the beekeeper one, a little bit more my style, a little bit funnier, a little bit more obscure, a little bit more unusual, and that sort of a little bit more my style. So I think that we're going to go this way because I am into this. So let's just take an assessment of the collages that we've made so far because I feel like we've been a little all over the place. So we have Beekeeper at the Beach. We have downtown Chicago with the ball of yarn, twine, whatever it is. And then it's probably rope, but anyway. And then the last one is the turtle at the Indy 500. And this is a cute little set. So we still have the rock climber guy who I do want to work on next. And I think once we finish him, then we will be all set. I did take a break from working on that collage because let's move everything out of the way. All of our completed ones. I had some seashells cut out because I liked this idea, but what I was finding was this is just hard to fit in the frame. So I think I could do maybe something like, in terms of the composition, something like this. But is it weird that you can see the rock here? And so I'd have to cut out him and slip the shell underneath. Now that I am putting this here, this actually might work, but let me just show you the other one real quickly because I think this one was probably worse. I liked the idea of him being, if I could slide this back piece behind the guy, then he'd be like he was in the seashell. And I liked the idea of this one, but as you can see, there's a lot of the rock exposed here, so I don't think that that's going to work. But, now that I have this one kind of in a very specific position, I think that this might work. And I do kind of like the idea that the seashell is going out of the frame because, we did that with the beekeeper one. I think I like the idea of the frame and then breaking the frame in certain instances. And so I kind of like that idea. So let us decide where we have to cut. So we have to cut his feet so that we can slide that in there. And then we also have to cut, a good amount of his hand and the rope. And I am a little bit worried about this. These are really small. And, I'm good with an X-Acto knife, but wow, these are really, really small. And so you have to like really get in there to know, make sure you know you're cutting the right thing. A ton of tiny cuts on this one, but I surprisingly think the illusion is actually working. Wow, I was, and a few hours ago I was not thinking that this was going to work, but I think that it does work and I'm pretty happy about it, to be completely honest. So let us now that we have everything done, let us pull all of the little collages out. Wow, look at this tiny little bunch. Oh my God, I am so happy with how these turned out. Man, I knew that we were gonna have to keep these simple because, there's really not a whole lot of space and there's only so much, a knife in your eyes and your fingers can do. The cuts around to get this string back here was, pretty complicated, but I think that these illusions all work really well and I'm super surprised, honestly. Like, I think that maybe the turtle at the Indy 500, this is probably not the strongest one, but it's silly and goofy and I like the idea of it. But the rest of these, man, the illusions work so well and I'm so happy with how they turned out. So I hope that you enjoyed watching these tiny little collages being made. Man, these were so fun. And now, you don't have to be afraid of using small images. You don't just have to use giant images. And how cute would these look in tiny little frames? Oh my God, I'm going to have to keep an eye out for tiny little like gold ornate frames because these would look so good in them. Oh my God. Okay, if I ever find that, I'll post that on Instagram. I'm very excited about that idea. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video and I will see you next Thursday for another collage video. Bye.